New at 6, today marks 2 weeks since a military helicopter crashed into a passenger plane near D.C. 67 people, including 5 with ties to Charlotte, died. And as the federal investigation into this collision continues, a review of commercial pilot complaints shows that they've reported occasional near misses here and across the country.
WCNC Charlotte's Nate Morabito joining us now. Nate, you discovered now while those reports have become more and more rare in Charlotte, collectively they have increased in the airspace of Charlotte's top 20 destinations.
That's right. You know, we rarely hear about these, but federal data we analyzed show drones, while rare, were the most common issue encountered here and at other airports in 2024. The last report we can find in Charlotte involving a large aircraft, later classified as a critical near miss by the FAA, came in 2015 and it involved a helicopter.
Planes come and go all day, every day, without incident at one of the world's busiest airports. Aviation expert Greg Fife says the same holds true across the U.S.
We have the safest transportation system as far as aviation is concerned in the world. We run almost 50,000 operations a day in a 24-hour period.
But all it takes is one error to remind us what's at stake when the systems and people we trust fail to protect us.
Anytime you have humans interacting with machines, you are always at risk. That's why you can never take 100% risk out of flying.
Pilots who witness anything out of the ordinary can voluntarily report their concerns confidentially to NASA's Aviation Safety Reporting System. Our analysis of that federal database shows commercial pilots flying in and out of Charlotte have reported at least 16 near misses in the air over the last 30 years, most in the distant past. Records identify at least 30 similar reports at Charlotte's top destination since 2020, where either a pilot noticed a possible disaster in the making or the plane's equipment alerted of a potential collision, requiring evasive action. Those reports documented close calls involving everything from a skydiver to drones, small airplanes to other commercial jets. At Reagan Washington National, where last month's American Airlines plane was set to land before the collision, records show a pilot warned of helicopter dangers as recently as April 2024.
Once you get down to 400 feet above the ground, your ability to avoid a collision is small.
Retired Air Force and commercial airline pilot Alan Campbell says airports have different challenges.
In a place like Charlotte, you have a lot of space. When you go to Ronald Reagan, you don't have much space because you got the White House has to be avoided. You got the Congress. So that's what puts them up the Potomac River.
Almost a decade ago at CLT, records show a commercial pilot noted as they were getting closer and closer to ground level, a helicopter was only 100 feet or so away, writing, "The tower never even called the traffic out in the first place." Since that 2015 report, our analysis found only 4 other close calls here, all involving suspected drones, 2 of them in 2024.
Our analysis shows since 2020, commercial pilots reported the most close calls in Miami. None of them, though, classified critical. To ease concerns, the FAA told us the agency has standard routes into and out of airports that keep arriving and departing aircraft and different types of aircraft safely separated. But as we sadly now know, those safeguards could not prevent the crash that ended up taking the lives of 67 people.
Wow. All right, Nate, thank you so much for that reporting.